everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Blair and today we have another sip and makeup video. I was just in the mood to sit down and play with some makeup. I already had a fresh cup of coffee, so I figured I would just turn the camera on and create a makeup look with you guys. I pulled out a bunch of random things that was speaking to me today. One being this is the Mercury Retrograde palette from Huda Beauty. That's what I have on my eyes and I am obsessed with this. I need to use this more, and just a bunch of other random things I picked out. So if you're interested in getting ready with me, please keep watching and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I already did my skincare. I did some of my Skin Iceland pre and probiotic cream, and then my Banana Bright eye cream. And we'll go ahead and get started. So for corrector today, we're gonna use NARS Radiant Creamy in the shade Light. I'm not gonna say just yet that this is my favorite corrector, because y'all know that I love the Bobbi Brown corrector, and I still do, but I don't know. I really like this one. Okay, I'm just going to tap this in with this little Marc Jacobs, I think, yeah, Marc Jacobs concealer brush. I found this a while ago at TJ Maxx. If you've never tried any Marc Jacobs brushes and you randomly find one, I would definitely recommend buying them, I guess, since they won't be around for much longer, I assume. These brushes, though, you guys, are such good quality. They're so nice, and especially if you can find them like at TJ Maxx or something, they're really good. I mean, look how good that corrected under my eyes. If you haven't tried this and you want a new color corrector, you need to try this one. So good. Okay, for foundation, I want to use this. I haven't used this in forever. The Bare Minerals Bare Pro Liquid Foundation. No one talks about this, and I don't know why, because this is such a pretty foundation. It definitely has, I would say, more of a soft matte finish, but it is so nice, and I don't hear anyone talk about this. It's very liquidy, as you can see. I feel like no one talks about Bare Minerals in general. I don't know why that is, but I feel like that's kind of always been true. I guess the last few years they've had some newer launches and they've gotten a little bit of attention on YouTube, but I feel like for the most part, no one talks about them. Does anyone else feel this way? I don't know why, because I feel like they're one of the best brands for sure. And I'm just gonna start blending. This is my BK Beauty 101 brush. Yeah, the 101 brush. I usually use the 106. It's a little bit smaller, but that one is really dirty, so I'm going to use this one instead. This is a really nice brush. It's angled, if you can see, so you can really get in there on your face with it, and it's very unique. I feel like you don't see as many foundation brushes with this kind of shape, but it's really nice. It really hugs your face, and you can just really blend your foundation really easily. Like, see how easy I just blended that? It's so nice. I have to put my hair back, it's getting in my way. But yeah, this foundation is so pretty. I mean, look at the finish. It's definitely, like I was saying, it dries down, I would say, to more of a matte finish. But it's a soft matte. It's not like a really dry, cakey looking matte, if that makes sense. This foundation is actually a really good match for me, the color. Still have a good bit left on the back of my hand. So I'm just gonna add some more to the center of my face and then bring what's left down my neck. And I feel like a lot of times I don't put foundation like on the sides of my nose. I don't really know why I don't. I find that I just don't apply foundation there a lot of the times. Okay, so there is the foundation. Isn't it pretty? You can definitely build it up as well. I would say this is a medium coverage that I have right now, but this is one of those foundations you can continue to build if you want to, and it just lays really well on the skin. So if you haven't tried this, I would highly recommend it. For a concealer, I am gonna mix two. I pulled out two different ones. I don't know why. I've got the Pat McGrath Sublime Fetish and the Armani Luminous Silk. The Armani is a little more neutral. The Pat McGrath is a little more on the yellow side. So I'm gonna mix a little bit of both. So I'm gonna do Pat McGrath first and put a little bit of Luminous Silk in the middle. Okay, now I am going to blend these in with my Sigma brush. Honestly, feel like I need to buy a second one of these Sigma brushes because now that I've tried this for concealer, I don't see myself using anything else. Like, look how quickly I just blended that out. This is the perfect concealer brush. It's fluffy, so you can actually blend and like spread your product out, but it's fluffy, so it helps kind of blend very lightly. I don't know how to explain it, but it's really, really good. I would highly recommend it. I like this even more than my Smashbox blurring foundation brush I used for a long time. I like that one, but it's a little bit smaller than this, and it's not as fluffy either. This one is just a little easier to use, in my opinion. I'm just gonna take what's left on my brush and just run it over my eyelids. Now let's use some cream bronzer. Yeah, I'm gonna use the Fenty in Butta Biscuit. I've made a lot of progress on this bronzer this month. I feel like it may not look like it, but I've used a lot of this because it's been in my everyday drawer, and I feel like I've really used a good bit of it. I just feel like this color is a really good tone for me. I don't know why. I have the, what is it called? The one from Nude Sticks, Bondi Bay, that bronzer that I feel like everyone uses. And I have that, and sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's just like a tad bit too dark for me, but I feel like every time I use it, I don't love how it looks. Unless I have like some self-tan on or something, I feel like a lot of times it just feels a little too dark for me. Especially with this brush. This brush from Fenty, the 125, is the perfect brush for cream bronzer and blush, really. Something else I've been doing is sometimes if you are like me and you have trouble getting your bronzer up into your hairline, which I do, I think it's just kind of how my hair grows, but sometimes with the larger brushes you just can't get it up in there in your hairline. So I've been using the setting brush from Real Techniques. This is smaller and it's a really good shape to get in your hairline all the way. And right now it looks, yeah, it looks better. Sometimes it looks more noticeable on me when I pull my hair back like this, because it kind of pulls my hair away from my hairline. Anyway, if you struggle with that, definitely try using a smaller brush. That is all I'm going to do for that. And then let's see, what do I want to use for blush? Maybe this. I haven't used this in a while. I actually don't know that I've used this on my channel, but this is the Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur. And this is the shade Blurred Buff, so it's the nude color. I can't remember the best way to apply this is. I think I'm just going to use this. This is the Smashbox Angled Blush Brush. I'm also not sure if... Ooh, that's pretty. These from Bare Minerals are being discontinued because I think this one came from Marshall's maybe, or TJ Maxx. But I'm not sure if you can still buy these or not, which they're really pretty, so I hope you can. Take some on my nose. And then let's see, I kind of want to add a little bit of a powder blush on top, maybe. I'm going to use a little bit of this. This is the Patrick Ta Monochrome Moment blush in She's Sincere. Kind of very similar color actually to that Bare Minerals blush. I really like this Patrick Ta one because it's such a neutral shade that you can really pair this with anything and it will work. It's really nice. I'm going to use a little bit of this, even though, I don't know, I'm just kind of in the mood. This is the Dior Backstage Contour Palette. And I'm going to go in with the light contour shade. And this is actually, let's see, a Sephora Collection highlight brush. I'm just putting a little bit of that under my cheekbone just because I'm in the mood too today. And then I do want to use just a little bit of powder, so I'm going to use this one, the one from Kosas. This is the Cloud Set powder in the shade Breezy. So I'm just taking a little bit of this powder under my eyes, and then I'm just going to take a little bit down the center of my face and a little bit under where we put our bronzer and Dior contour. Okay, moving on to the brows. I was gonna use my Patrick Ta brow wax, but all of my spoolies are really dirty and it doesn't work that well if you use a really dirty spoolie, and I don't really want to ruin the one that's on the end of my brow pencil, so I am just going to fill them in with my NYX pencil. And this is the shade Ash Brown. I feel like I always forget to say what shade I use. Having one of those days where I feel like I have to concentrate really hard to do my brows. Sometimes it's really hard to talk and do them at the same time. I think I'm gonna stop there. I don't want to go too crazy. I've gotten so used to doing that Patrick Ta wax first and then going in and filling them in, so it's different when I fill in first and then set them into place. I'm just not used to it anymore. But I'm going to use this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Clear Brow Gel, the new Brow Fix. This is a good gel too, I will say. But it's pricey. Okay, for the eyes, I really want to use this palette. I haven't used this in forever, the Mercury Retrograde palette from Huda Beauty. I love this palette, you guys. This is my most colorful palette that I still have in my collection, but I don't know, something about the colors in here, I just really love it. I'm kind of in the mood to use this today. So I'm going to quickly prime with my NARS primer. As always, still have a little bit of concealer on my eyes, but we'll just add a little bit of the primer. So while we're talking about the eyes, I was gonna ask you guys if you would be interested in this idea that I had. So I see a lot of videos on YouTube where like people do videos with basically do multiple eye looks with one palette and like, you know, show you different looks you could get all from using the same palette. I almost kind of want to do like a series or something where I use like the same palette for a week and show you all the different eye looks that I did within that week. Is that something you would be interested in? I feel like that would be kind of different and it would be a fun way to use my palettes more. Like this palette, there are so many things you could do with this palette. I mean, the looks you could come up with this, I mean, so many. So I feel like, I don't know, it's just something I'm thinking about doing, but let me know your thoughts on that. So I want to first go in with this shade. It's called Momentum. Just a very light cream shade. And we'll just put this all over as the base shadow. One thing I feel like is kind of missing from this palette is like a really good neutral brown, because you have a gray here and then you have like this pinkier brown up here, but there's not like a really good like crease shade for your eyes. So I think what I'm going to do is mix a little bit of Crash, which is the gray, and Karma. I don't know how that's going to work, but I feel like one is cool, one is warm. Maybe they'll kind of neutralize each other out. And so I'm going to put that above my crease. Okay, yeah, that's good. Really just wanted like a very light neutral tone to start out with. And this is my BK Beauty 201 brush. As always, I use this brush pretty much every single video. Now I'm going to go back into Karma by itself. And we're going to use a little bit of this on its own in the outer corner. And let's see, what do I want to do now? I think I'm going to take this shade called Frazzled. It's kind of a bronze. And with this, I'm just going to use my finger and kind of tap that on my lid, kind of all the way up into the crease and then out. It's really pretty, has some golden like reflex to it. I feel like this is one of those palettes, like if I did that series I was talking about, I feel like this would be like the first palette I might do because it's so pretty and just versatile. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's called Off Balance. And we're gonna add a little bit of this to the outer corner as well. This is kind of, I'm trying to describe this color, kind of a purple, but it has a little bit of a pinky undertone to it too, almost like a rosy undertone. Oh my gosh, there's so many freaking pretty colors in here. I want to use this color, which is Galaxy. It kind of looks gold, but it kind of looks silver. It's kind of like a platinum color. And for this, I'm gonna put it in the inner part of my lid. Oh, wow, that color is pretty. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Why do I not? I feel like I don't use this palette very much, and I don't know why, because it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, I love that color. And now what I want to do is we're going to go back in with Karma, and then I'm going to mix a little bit of Momentum, that first shade that we used, and we're going to go back over our crease with these. That lash shade we put on, Galaxy, I don't know if it's going to pick up on the camera, but that is such a pretty color. Oh my gosh. And you know what else I'm going to do? I kind of want to take this Patrick Ta blush that we used earlier, and I'm going to put a little bit of this in my crease as well, since we used it on our cheeks. And okay, the last color I'm like dying to use, and I think this is actually more of a glitter. I don't think I've ever used it before. It doesn't look like I have. And it's this shade right here. It's Gold Glitch. And it just looks like a straight up gold glitter. And I'm gonna put just a little bit of this right in the center of my lid, just to add a little more dimension there. Oh my gosh, I don't think the camera is doing this justice, but this is so pretty. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think that's all I'm gonna do for the top lash line, I think. Or you know what, maybe we'll take a little bit of this shade. I don't think I've ever used this either. The darkest shade in the palette is called Vortex. And it's kind of, I thought it was gray, but I think it's like a grayish purpley tone. And I'm gonna put a little bit of this along my lash line. I'm not gonna wing it out, I don't think. I think I'm just gonna tap it right along the lash line. Ooh, that's pretty. So it almost has like a grayish purpley tone to it. It's interesting. To wing or not to wing? Why can't I decide? It looks good like it is. I should probably just leave it alone. I'm just gonna try to do a very light, like tiny, tiny wing. And for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna take Karma again and mix it with Crash, the two colors we used first. And I'm just gonna do one tap of both under my eyes. I'm going to take a little bit of my Urban Decay 24/7 pencil and Demolition in my waterline. So I'm not going to use CoverGirl. Today we're going to use something else. So I pulled out the Dior primer and the Dior mascara too. And for mascara, I'm going to use the Diorshow Mascara. I've used this a few times. I can't decide how I feel about it. I'm not obsessed with it. It's not that I don't like it. I don't know. Something about it. I'm just not like 100% sold on it. Mine almost feels dry, and I don't know. This tube has not been open for very long, so I feel like this mascara should not be dry yet, but that's how it feels. Feels like it's like an older tube that's been open for a while. Just realized I didn't hit record again, but I just applied some of my MAC Extended Play Gigablack Lash on my lower lashes. And I am never going to stop using this stuff again because there is nothing else that gets my bottom lashes like this does. And for the lips, oh, I didn't pull out. I didn't even pick a lip product. Hold on, I'm back. I brought a few things. I'm being very indecisive. I can't decide. I think I'm going to use this. This is the Marc Jacobs lip liner, and this is the Cream and Sugar shade. I know a lot of people that are going to be really upset if they are going out of business because I know these lip liners have been pretty popular for a while. There is that, and then I brought this over. This is from Sephora collection. It's one of the, I think they're called Lip Stories. Yeah, and this is the Virgo one because I'm a Virgo. And it's just a really pretty nude. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, that's a pretty combo. Yeah, these are nice. They have one obviously for every sign, but this is the Virgo one. And then I brought two lip glosses, either this one from NARS or this one from Dior, the Dior Lip Maximizer. I think I might use NARS. I was watching, before I filmed this video, I was watching Elisa J, her June favorites, which if you don't watch Lisa J, you should. You would love her. But she was saying, ooh, that's pretty. She was saying how much she loves this lip gloss in this shade, and I kind of forgot that I had it, but ooh, that's a really pretty combo. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, so I'll link that video down below. If you don't watch her, you should. But this is so pretty. I got so into the makeup that I just let my coffee get cold. Oops. Okay, and let's see, one final thing I want to do for really no reason at all. I'm just like in the mood to. I'm going to take my Dior contour palette again and go in with the highlighter in here, the light one, and I'm going to add a little bit of this to my cheeks. I actually had planned to use my Hollywood Flawless filter, but I forgot. And I already set my face, so figured I would just use a little bit of this. Then we'll just add some setting spray. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury one. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed another sip and makeup video. I love these. I love so much to just sit down and just play with things. It's like the best part of my day when I get to sit down and do this. So I hope you guys enjoyed these colors on my eyes. You guys, I sure hope you can tell. Like, this palette is so pretty. I need to use this more. Really. I'm really thinking I may do a video doing as many looks as I can with this palette because like there are just so many things you could do with this. But I love how the eyes came out, and I love this lip combo. So again, it's Cream and Sugar by Marc Jacobs, even though I'm thinking you're not gonna be able to get this much longer. I think these are on sale right now most places. And then I just used this Sephora collection lipstick, but you could use any kind of a peachy nude. And then this gloss, Lisa J was so right about this, on top, the NARS lip gloss in Chelsea Girls. Oh, the color is so perfect. So perfect. I love it so, so much. Let's see, what else did we use? We used all kinds of things. This foundation, like I was saying earlier, if you haven't tried this, this is a really good one. No one talks about it, but I really like it. I'm not sure I love that concealer combo together. I mean, it looks okay. But yeah, I don't know. I've never paired the Pat McGrath with that Armani one before, and I don't know if I love it. But everything else I love, especially the eyes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are enjoying these sip and makeup videos. I love them so much. So I hope you guys do too. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and go follow me on Instagram at simply.blair. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.